Emily Carter had always trusted blueprints more than people. At 32, she was a senior architect at a sustainable design firm in downtown Seattle. Her life was measured in angles, load-bearing walls, and LEED certifications. After a messy divorce from a man who cheated with her best friend, she wanted something solid, literally. So when she found the 1892 Victorian on Capitol Hill for $420,000, half the market rate, she didn't ask too many questions. The realtor, a nervous woman named Lisa with too much perfume, kept saying, "It just needs love." Emily signed the papers the same day. The house was beautiful in a decaying way. Tall gables, stained glass transoms, original hardwood floors warped by a century of rain. The basement smelled of wet stone. The attic had a widow's walk with a view of the Puget Sound, where fog swallowed the ferries whole. Emily brought only what fit in her Subaru: a drafting table, a queen bed, and Whiskers, a gray tabby who hissed at corners. Night 1. Rain tapped the roof like impatient fingers. Emily lay awake, listening to the house breathe. Around 20:17 a.m., she checked her phone. A whisper. Not wind, not pipes. A low rhythmic murmur coming from inside the walls, like two people arguing in a language she didn't know. She sat up, Whiskers' ears flattened. The sound stopped the second she moved. "Old house," she muttered, and went back to sleep. Day 3. The whispers returned, but now during the day. While sketching a passive solar retrofit in her office nook, Emily heard them behind the floral wallpaper in the hallway. She pressed her ear to the wall. The voices were clearer, guttural, ancient, rising and falling like a chant. She called a contractor. "Settling," he said. "Or mice." He sprayed foam into the baseboards and left. The whispers laughed. Week 2, Emily started working from home more. The firm didn't mind, she was their rain garden expert. But the house was changing her. She forgot to eat. Whiskers stopped using the litter box and peed on the Persian rug instead. At night, Emily dreamed of walls bleeding black sap. She woke with plaster dust in her hair. One evening, while microwaving ramen, she noticed the wallpaper in the dining room bubbling. A perfect circle, the size of a dinner plate. She peeled it back with a fork. Underneath was another layer, 1970s wood chip, then 1940s roses, then the original hand-painted violets on horsehair plaster. And beneath that, scratched into the lath with something sharp, TT was 10. TY, Emily's pulse thumped in her throat. She took a photo, posted it to a local history Facebook group. Within minutes, a DM: "That's the Hargrove house. Get out." The sender was anonymous. The research spiral. That night, she opened her laptop and fell down a rabbit hole. 1892 house built by Elias Hargrove, linguist obsessed with Coast Salish languages. 1900, and daughters, Ruth Nive and Abigail Sixif, vanished. 1901, and Elias found dead in the upstairs hallway. Ears bleeding, tongue cut out, suicide ruled. 1923, new owners lasted 11 days. 1956, teenager hanged himself in the attic. Note said, "The walls know my name." 1987, fire in the basement, no accelerant. Firefighterman screaming from inside the bricks. Every owner left, or died. The recording. Emily bought a Zoom H-phone recorder, professional grade, used by podcasters. She set it in the hallway at midnight. Playback at 3 a.m. static, then whispers. She enhanced the audio in Audacity. Her own voice, but not her voice, whispering. "Emily, you left the stove on in 2017. Your mother cried when you didn't call on her birthday. You lied on your resume about the Chicago project." The walls knew her, every secret. Sarah comes over. Sarah was Emily's only friend who didn't flinch at weirdness. A sound engineer for NPR. She arrived with a bottle of Malbec and a parabolic mic. They sat in the living room. 8:47 p.m. The whispers started. Sarah's eyes widened. That's polyphonic, not echo. She aimed the mic at the wall. The voices spoke in unison. "Sarah, you aborted Mark's baby in college, he never knew." Sarah dropped the mic. Wine splashed across the floor like blood. "I'm out," she whispered, and left. Emily never heard from her again. The historian, Dr. Marcus Harlan, was 68, retired from UW, specialized in Pacific Northwest ethno-linguistics. He arrived in a tweed coat smelling of pipe smoke. They sat at the kitchen table. "This land was Duwamish," he said. "The house sits on a potlatch site, sacred. The walls," he tapped the plaster, "are cedar lath. Cedar absorbs sound and memory." He told her about the XX Atabad, the listeners, in Salish lore. Spirits who record the living, then play it back until the person unravels. Elias tried to transcribe them, Harlan said. He thought he could translate the dead. As he spoke, the temperature dropped 15 degrees. The chandelier flickered. Harlan stood. We should leave. Too late. The front door slammed shut. Locks clicked. The whispers became a roar. The collapse. Emily remembers fragments. Harlan screaming in a language not human. Plaster exploding outward like shrapnel. Finger bones raining from the walls, clicking on the hardwood. A child's voice, play with us, Emily. She woke in Harborview Medical Center. Concussion, lacerations, hypothermia. Police said the house partially collapsed due to structural failure. Harlan was gone, no record of him visiting. Her phone had one new voicemail, from her own number. You can't leave us, we're inside now. 6 months later. Emily lives in a studio in Belltown. Minimalist, white walls, no wallpaper. She hasn't designed a house since. She sleeps with earplugs, but they don't help. The whispers followed her. They know her new address. They know she's pregnant, from a one-night stand she never told anyone about. They know the baby's name. Last week, she found a flake of violet wallpaper in her purse. She doesn't remember packing it. Tonight, she's driving back to the house. The police tape is gone. The hole in the hallway wall is patched with new drywall. But when she presses her ear to it, the whispers sing her lullabies. And for the first time in months, Emily smiles. I'm home, she whispers back.